How's it going, Outdoorsy? Thank you for choosing the Morris Mobile today. We really hope you enjoy your trip out in our lovely van that we put a lot of hard work into. Today we're just going to run you through some things that you should keep an eye on. Couple things to consider. So the van itself is 18 feet long. It is 10 feet tall, including the rack at the top. This is where the gas is. It's not a diesel, it is just normal gas. So nothing too special right there. All right, so a couple things to note for the cab of the car. We have a rear and front facing dash cam. There's a power button on the side. If I push it twice, it'll change to a full rear view. And that's because the actual rear view mirror, we don't have a window in the back door, so you can't see through it. The vehicle itself is also built with a normal backup camera. We have right here just a checklist before driving. It has some things we'll go over here in a minute, but definitely worth checking that before you ever move the vehicle. So as far as the key fob goes, there's a couple buttons. The one on the top is just unlocks the driver and passenger door. The one on the bottom unlocks the back door and the side door. The middle button locks everything. So when you're inside the van and you want to lock the doors, there's a button right here, and then you'll know if the vehicle's locked because the light will turn red. If you're pushing it and it's not turning red, that means the door is still open somewhere. So check the back, check the side, and that's it. If you need to use a parking brake, it's on the left side of the driver's seat. It's just a normal parking brake, but just be sure that it's pushed down all the way before you try to drive. That way you can drive. Okay, so both of our driver and passenger seat are built with swivel seats. They can full 360 spin around. There is a red lever at the front on both of them. All you need to do is push that thing down and then just give it some pressure and it'll start to rotate. It'll lock into place once it gets back to the front. Up here above the cab, we have just a little first aid kit if you ever need one. This is where you'll also find our window covers and our windshield cover. These are really important to use for temperature control in the middle of the night or during the day, whatever. There's one for the windshield and then each window. There's also extra paper towels and toilet paper up here if you need more of those. If you're a rock climber or you just want to stretch out, we've got a little hang board ready for you. Up here, we have just a ventilation fan. Real simple to take off, just unscrew these things. And then you just want to make sure you pull this down and then twist it to get it to open all the way. Then you just push on, off. But you need to make sure before you drive that you close this and then push on it to lock it. Here we've got a bench seat with a swivel table. You can spin in all directions. You can raise and lower it however you'd like. Nice little space to work. Got some storage down here. You can put whatever you'd like down there. We've got a power strip here. All you got to do is turn that on. And then here is our battery monitor. It bottoms out at 11 volts. So that's how you know it's at 0%. 14 is the highest. And around 11, it'll also give you an alarm just to warn you that it's getting low. So while we're on the topic of power, there's a few different ways to charge the van. We do have solar panels. Now, those aren't completely reliable. It's more of an ongoing backup system. The main sources of recharging would be the alternator charger. So if you're driving a lot, your batteries will pretty much always be charged. If you're stationary for long periods of time, for days, it could be worth running the vehicle 15-20 minutes a day, just to ensure you get some more battery. And then we also have a shore power. You can plug it in at any house or at an RV park. When you're plugging in for the shore power, there are two outlets on the exterior of the van. There's a white one and a black one. The white one doesn't work. It's just the black one. It's just a normal standard household plug. All right. So we've got our kitchen set up right here. We have a sink. You take this little cutting board off, and we got our water faucet. Our stove is underneath this cutting board. You just need to make sure you unlock this. And you've got a stove. To turn this on, just put it where you want it, and it has a sparker. And then just be sure before you drive, you hook this back up. Here, we've got some kitchenware another lock here, otherwise this will swing open. Utensils, bowls, all the good stuff. Go and lock that back up. Underneath that, we've got a trash can, some cleaning supplies, and the propane is in here as well. So if you ever need to turn the propane off, this is how you'll get to it. It's in this box. Got a refrigerator. To open this, just need to unlock this latch at the top. It opens up. There's a little freezer in the top left corner. And just make sure it clicks shut. Here is a propane monitor. We've never had it go off before, but if it were to go off on you, all you need to do is turn the propane off, which is found in here. Turn off the vehicle, turn off all electronics, open all the doors, and just let it air out. Just also warning that hairspray and spray sunscreen will set it off. Okay, some more kitchen stuff. We've got a light switch right here. It is a dial, so you can click off, or you can customize that. Another power strip, fruit basket. Got some storage up here. We have a coffee maker and coffee, a couple towels. You can just put whatever you like up here. We've got a fire extinguisher in case of emergencies, found just right by the side door. This is our bathroom setup. It's already stocked with some toilet paper and wet wipes for you. A couple things with the toilet. It is a composting toilet. So what that means is the solids container has compost in it, and it has a fan that is drying it out. So when you use this toilet, going number 1, you don't need to do anything. If you're going number 2, there is a large gate here that opens. And then once you're done there, close that. Mix it up with this valve. Toilet paper will go into the actual solids container and just mix it in. Feminine products and wet wipes will not, however. They will go into this little trash can on the side here. As far as the pee jug is concerned, you can accidentally overflow it if you're not careful. So what I like to do is take just like my phone flashlight, set it up to it like that. You can see where your line is. And then that'll tell you pretty quickly if you need to empty it out or not. To get the pee jug out, there's a latch just like this on both sides of the toilet. So you just take that off, lift the whole thing up, and you can pull the jug out. When you're done, just set it back, close that, relatch those. When you bring the van back, please be sure to go ahead and empty the pee jug. Don't have to worry about the solids. We'll take care of that. On the side of the toilet is some cleaning spray that you can use after each use. Just spray it in the toilet bowl. That'll help keep it from smelling and keep it clean. One last thing about the bathroom is that we do have a clothesline you can stretch out here if you want to use that. Okay, so now we're at the back of the van where the bed is located. We have another dimmer here. We have a carbon monoxide detector and a smoke detector. This will also pick up hairspray, so be careful with that. We've got some storage here. Just push this button and lift that up. Put whatever you like in there. Got a fan / air conditioner. It, by default, when you turn this on, it does use a little bit of water, and that's what cools the system. But you can push just this little water droplet button right here, and that will turn the water off. Just turns into a fan, which I find personally to be more than enough, typically. There's also a remote for this at the front of the van by the door. This is our garage space right here, just right underneath the bed. All of our powered equipment is on the left side. There's not really anything you need to worry about with that. We do have the extension cord for the shore power, just plenty of storage space. And then we have our freshwater system right here. The blue bag is for filling up your tank with fresh water. The black bag is used for dumping your gray water, which we'll show that here in a second. As far as filling up your water goes, there's just a cap here that comes off. You put in the hose, you fill it in, close that. This is the power for the water pump, and down is on, up is off. If the water gets low, the pump will start just running automatically, so you can just come turn that off if it's annoying you. Adding water will also solve that problem. You can see the water line through the container itself. Now, it's not recommended that you drive long distances with a full tank. It's bad for gas, amongst other things. So if you're going long distance, half or less is good. And if you need to drain out fresh water quickly, you can just open this valve and it'll just come right out. We'll show you how to do the gray water system now. Okay, so this is where our gray water system is. Underneath the van is where all the gray water is captured. And then you can take the black bag found in the garage, take that hose, connects to this, and then you just turn this valve. It releases all the water. Now for where you can release it, every campsite has different rules. So just check with the rules for where you're staying to figure out where you can dump that gray water. Another thing to note is that our freshwater tank is about 28 gallons. This is about 15. And so when you get close to half of your freshwater tank being used, it could be worth checking the gray water and make sure that it's also not completely full. So for the side door of the vehicle, well, first we have a nice bug net, magnetic, so you can leave this door open, no bugs will get in. But for closing the door, just pull the lever, and then you kind of have to slam it a little bit. The main thing you want to look for to make sure that it's closed is that this is flush. If this is not flush, it did not close. So for our back door, it's nothing special here. It just opens like normal. For the left door, the lever is right here. And if it gives you any trouble, like right now, all you gotta do is push it in. Pops right open. And then for closing, you wanna make sure you close the left first, and then the right. So this one won't ever be completely flush, and that's okay. But when you lock the van, it won't lock unless it's closed. So that's how you'll know. So I just want to reiterate just a couple of the things you need to pay attention to before you ever drive. You want to make sure this cutting board is locked. You want to make sure this drawer is locked. There is that checklist on the dash on the passenger side. Just be sure to always check that before you drive. Also, just be sure that you have nothing left on the counters because they will fall off. And other than that, we just hope y'all have a great trip. Feel free to reach out, text us, call us if you need any help, if you have any questions, anything like that, and we'll be sure to get back to you.